APC shall reign supreme. Let it be our aim and dream. In the struggles of APC, victory knows our aim and dream. Forward ever, backward never. Forward ever, backward never. In the struggles of APC, there is victory. APC, there is victory.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, members of the APC, UK and Ireland, Diaspora, Sierra Leone. Today, on the 18th of September, 2021, and the time now at 2 minutes past 9 o'clock. And me with the talk to now, me and our comrade, Owan Kasu. We count on today on day 2 of the APC convention, which take place currently in Makeni, Sierra Leone. And with me today, of course, I get me very able co-hosts, the most loving, charismatic, beautiful, sweet Bonita. And of course, the technical director with me now today, we na comrade MMB, Mr. Mo Bangura, and a very important guest and a strong APC person. We who can analyze, help we for analyze which pass yesterday and today na the convention. At the moment, the link for this has been shared, and I want to make everybody spread them out, make viewers then build up. So in the meantime, we'll start with something like this. Once again, good evening. My name is Comrade Owan Kasu, and we are so excited that we are back again live, ready for Guna within the happen. Now, McKinney currently with the APC party, they adopt the constitution. So far, this morning, before they go for lunch, they've been before they go for lunch, they've already exhaust chapter 1, 2, and 3 of the new draft constitution. We hopefully they will conclude them by this evening or sometime early tomorrow. And from there, the constitution will be adopted, and APC could get one of the most advanced documents with the govern we all at the APC. Today, we did also with a very important guest. Before I introduce them, I want to let my co-hosts come up live and just say hello to comrades. Sweet Bonita.
Hello, good evening, comrades. This is Sweet Bonita, the co-host for the APC UK and Night TV platform. And as my colleague just said, we have a guest tonight and a very wonderful one, but I think I'll leave that to him to do the introduction because his title, I need to be sure that yes, it is right for me to pronounce it, but I'll leave it to my master to take care of that. So good evening, everyone. And should I say Pierre Nae? Oh, I come Pierre.
Sanda people in the say hello to you, McKinney. Right now, everybody's there jubilating. Sweet Bonita is back, you know.
Yes, and also the Southeastern Awana.
Who are we say? Kawena. Yes, and of course, Mr. MMB, the technical director for this media platform. We always do with we in the background and make sure say things are done correctly and properly. Mr. MMB, come please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Coordinator. And I just want to welcome our special guest tonight, Dr. Fuller of the mighty Reading and Oxford region. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to make a quick apology for yesterday, because yesterday not a working day, now Friday, and then the show yesterday, if there were any glitches at all, of course, we make our unreserved apologies for that, because normally we sit down an hour for prepare ourselves before we come live. And at the back of all the live show that will be on show yesterday to we viewers them, you know, we're not been getting enough time for able to sit down for prepare ourselves for come live. So a lot of things that be, you know, not really happen properly behind the scenes. But however, we're able to give us some videos and had a discussion yesterday. You know, everybody now and I work in person with their families and stuff. But yes, we able to make time for we able to come together and make them pictures here, them videos here, them audios there. So reach out to the viewers them. So so we guests of the night, please come and introduce yourself, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, comrades, brothers and sisters all over the world. Mina Alfred Vinod Fuller, based in the UK, active member of the APC party, UK and I.
See, now we're very, Dr. Fuller, now we very humble, and not even tell we entitled. Well, me one are entitled Dr. Alfred Vinod Fuller for reference.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So, Dr. Fuller, you view the APC convention yesterday, Nafita and McKinney notice so?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And then you be done they follow the background of the court's case, within the happen court and all of that, within the party they go through as a member of APC, and of course, a legal person with a strong legal background. You follow everything, and generally, what do you pick up from what happened yesterday? Just a short one no more.
Well, yesterday it was historic in the history of the APC party. To start with the convention that is going on in McKinney, based on a court order, lawsuit where the plaintiff Alfred Conte took the party to court, and based on that order there, we get the convention where they go on for adopt a new constitution, as you rightly mentioned. But it was historic in the sense that we did see the leader and chairman and leader of the party, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, where they get a rousing welcome at the hall, and also he gave a historic and fatherly advice in relation to this constitution and the conference. So as far as I am concerned, from my perspective, it's not only a historic event, but a step in the right direction. And I think this, at the time this way they manifest say APC after today and tomorrow convention by God in power is back to power come 2023.
Fantastic. Somebody in background, they echo, but never mind. Now, you mentioned the chairman and leader in fatherly speech way again. And I think say as APCians, the chairman and leader in speech always very, very important for we. One for Yegi waiting the chairman and leader in CSFC, because there's been a lot of things them talk them will be go on say chairman and leader need to talk, look out in the treat APC, look out waiting they happen, because you not got nothing to do with national issues anymore. The government of the day now get waiting for do with the national, events that will take place. Whatever you call it, killing now, this or that, something like that. But when it comes to APC business, now the chairman and leader responsibility, and he demonstrated that yesterday by coming out, even though there were court orders on and speculations and whatnot for making not even attending. But we saw him yesterday there, and it gave, like you said in your words, fatherly speech. Now we listen to that speech day, and you're waiting. Before we go to that one, let me just quickly. Okay. Before we go to that speech day, Dr. Fuller, I'm not sure if you do already, for the benefit of the audience, I want to make sure say the social media platform don't begin to pick up views, because we want to make sure so we get this thing right. We want to make sure so we get them right. Sweet Bonita, the sharing to go on. Please come live and tell me if the sharing to go on.
Oh, yes, the sharing is going on. Definitely. And so far from our side, I can confirm we have 14 on my page. So that's for sure. Just leading to all comrades to kindly share on all the pages they are on as well, because that also boosts you up. I'm also sending messages directly to some of my followers. So I think that's just what we need to do.
Right. Somebody in background, they make some echo, right?
I'm okay, I'm on my own.
Okay. Yes, so, well, Dr. Fuller, let's just come to one or two questions quickly. Since you will follow the court case, the order with the court give, will they get conflicting interpretation of the court order? Some people then say the court's order for make APC go adopt, made them go for the convention for the sole reason of adopting the constitution. Others are saying for the sole purpose of adopting and deal with outstanding membership issues. Which is which? Whoever is right or waiting the party supposed to do in this case, that debate they go on as of today. What's your opinion on that particular order day will you see?
Well, to start with, there are two provisions in the order, the first order. Provision one is membership, as you rightly mentioned. And the second provision is adoption of the Constitution. However, and I say however, a consequential order, that's the last provision. The consequential, and I repeat, the consequential order no state about membership. It only states about adoption of the Constitution. And that is what the APC party is going with, the consequential order, which was provided for adoption of the Constitution. So as of now, in my view, the APC party is playing it safe, is on a safe approach. As you rightly mentioned, after the leader, the chairman and leader in Welcome, Rousey, furtherly advised yesterday, today they started looking into the provisions of the new constitution, clause by clause, chapter by chapter, and hopefully tomorrow, then we'll finish them before adoption. Then anything might come, anybody can raise for correction or an issue, whether it's related to membership or not. So it's a matter of wait and see. But the consequential order, the last order, made provision for adoption only. And that is my understanding.
Fantastic. Today, people, they speculate and they come up with all sorts of comments for say the chairman and leader are not supposed for the day. Your opinion to that, sir?
Well, if you play the speech, the chairman and leader in speech, it's very clear. He states, if I borrow his words, he say, I am here today, Akaya, with mixed feelings. He said, not be one come, but they invite me formally by the 21-man committee where the court order, where the court make provision for. And the 21-man committee is ordered by the court, not to APCO. And this very 21-man committee, that they write the chairman and leader to go chair the meeting, not as chairman and leader of the APC, but for chair that meeting there. And he went there after taking permission from the chair of the PPRC. He went there to address the members in relation to the activities and progress of the party. So I see nothing wrong about it. You know, contravene any order, you know, flout any law, because it do according to the processes as it is laid down in the rules and the order itself. It's very clear and there's evidence to the effect.
Right, and I understand, say, there's even a document. I understand, say, there's even a document where the chairman or the secretary general of this 21-man committee did sign or invite the chairman and leader for come and this, how you call them, convention for like a present day. You aware of that letter there?
Absolutely correct. I read the letter signed by Sheridan, when I'm the secretary of the 21-man committee. We directly write to the chairman and leader, asking him to appear and chair the convention. You're absolutely right, and I read it, and there is evidence to the effect.
Fantastic. We just did try for do a quick download of the chairman and leader in speech. We get small difficulties for get and done, but as soon as we for capture them, we go share them with everybody, make them see them. Sweet Bonita, I want you come live, like tell me what's in the past, na the social media platform at the moment.
Well, so far, everyone is just saying congratulations and they're happy with what is going on. Well done. And everyone is welcoming our doctor on the program today. And everyone is just agreeing that, yes, the issue of that internet connection yesterday, which everyone is trying to understand that it was beyond our control. So, but that's what it is. And everybody's happy being part of the second day today. I'm grateful that we are bringing it live to them here. That's what's going on the chat line right now.
Okay. At the moment, we're getting some small technical issues with regards to the chairman and leader in speech, but eventually we will get them right. Because one brand come in a video form for make everybody see and listen to which thing it gets for say. So at the moment, they refuse for share because of the way how it come down with we. But eventually we will get them right. Just bear me a minute.
Now,
Okay, almost there. Dr. Fuller.
Yes.
So make us just share the chairman and leader in speech. Let we listen to them critically and pick some sort of key words them or key notes, and then let we try to analyze them and let we audience to join we or see how best then we're able for help we for analyze this very speech, because what we try for avoid now, so now for make somebody not go back tomorrow in a court, then go allow them for the get we back go long we process, because the chairman and leader inside the speech talk about week after week we're going to continue the process for make sure so we elect all the people then we then supposed to elect till we go to the flag bearer convention. So that everybody seems for the look forward to for that we prepare ourselves for the 2023. So I just want to share this with we for that we listen to them quickly. Hope say this one will come up.
we move on to item 6 of the agenda.
Now they get them clear.
Where now the keynote address of the chairman and leader. So now, another can talk to Una as chairman of the convention. And they talk to Una as chairman and leader of the All People's Congress. And I hope I get the permission of the chairman of the PPRC, so that when I stray out of the court order, they cannot be contemptuous of the courts. But I once more, on behalf of the All People's Congress, make I welcome the chairman of the PPRC.
These $60 Japanese smart patches are taking the world by storm. Just apply them before bed and wake up feeling refreshed.
And they welcome other political leaders of the other political parties we don't grace this occasion, and to we serve as comrades, we want to tell we serve plenty thank you that we all don't bear this long day. Today now a very important day for we now the All People's Congress political party. Important because spend a long time waiting for this day. And as we then are today, the address una with mixed feelings. Mixed feelings. Are very, very, very sad that as a party, now court are very sad that as a party, a court now go make we sit down so as a political party. This not to the spirit of the APC. This not to the APC what we inherit. The APC what we inherit. Elect how blabber they. Elect how serious blabber they. Now one net or two nets. The third morning, they go don't resolve them. When Sheikh Stevens and S.I. Kuruma been get the great dispute, now the coming soul. The supporters, they move out. They say they're not going to mix again. The party was threatened. That was the first threat of the party. But because everybody knows in our APC, the APC is survival. Now important pass all. Before though they claim the issues they don't solve. Today, we'll not get much people that will witness that ceremony there. But I think we'll get Marciani within a then witness that. That's not the spirit of the APC. We for able talk to we self. We for able resolve who matters them to we self. We not for reach the point where in this they say, Baopa have a gonna court. Baopa are not agree. That not to APC business. Then he say APC na Kalbante party. But inside that Kalbante business, we know say it's about the future of we all the pipe down and move forward. Yesterday night, I've been telling the 21-man committee, where Peter Conte and group been there, the big six been there, all man been there. I said, no, they come to this convention. Because me no will come preside over a convention when a court go order me for say what I for say. I'm not able to talk the APC talk. But also, now because of the bigger picture of the APC, I make a say, no, let all things done, I will come. And I make a day now. So now make us say, I feel sad that APC we get for reach to this point where I get for seek permission from the chairman of the PPRC. If as chairman, I get for say, Padre, I not listen to all you know. Because when Monday, men are not carrying me in a court for contempt of court. We know for reach that point there. Why we for reach that point there? If you say the executive, you don't want them, no, we go in a convention. Let them vote them out. If you say you don't want me, for me, say if I don't tell you plenty time, I don't tire. I don't want them. No, left this. No, left this. No business. No, left hand. Myself, I don't reach a point where in all these years, myself for time. Myself na mortal man also so. Forget for bring up young people them. Wait for develop this party and move the party forward. We forgive opportunity to people that for come. That is why we believe say we for step aside so that other people then go come in. But we don't get for going to court for that. If you say you take me going to court, and court say,
If you use these to remove earwax, get rid of them right now. There's even a warning on the box.
I don't qualify anymore, that go prompt me for go back and say, APC people them, and they can't back. If they don't want me, when I tell me, not a court will go tell me, say they don't want me. So let we understand that some of we don't tire. Some of we want to go now. I believe, say, in the APC arrangement, we get for change baton, make other players they come in. But if and make them very clear, if we feel saying at the social media, now I go determine the leadership of this party. If we feel saying as Sonko, now I go determine the leadership of this party, it not go right. It not go right. You know, I can tell people and say, well, when they do these things here, when they holler, when they do this, when they prolong me stay, I really want to go. But when somebody go grab you and he said, no, if I go, and that person in whole self, you not get vote today. I mean, what's in this thing? So the executive don't work. The executive don't work, and it don't work more so after 2018. We all don't get with challenges. We all don't get with problems. But me say, let we move on. That is why I've been going at the party office. I say, when I give me responsibility for everything we don't go wrong. Not just because I don't do I don't do the wrong thing. No. I do them because I want to make the party come together. I do them in the interest of the party. I do them because I want to give opportunity to the young people that will come up. So when we advocate, when we insist, when we say we go bet and bet and bet, we will not say there is a limit. Yeah? There is a limit. The limit now for make we all come at APC as one family. So when I say I talk with mixed feelings, I feel sad that today, a day like this, now court, now I go say, una can't sit down. Where the APC-ness in all of us? Where the comrade business over the holla? When we come out, we say, comrade. But behind, when they go back and begin to undermine ourselves. You see, somebody outside me, they ask me, he said, but the party where they represent the APC, he get too many problems with the government. He get problems with the SLPP. Now I tell the person, I say, the problems we get We don't get problems with the SLPP. We don't get problems with the government. We get problems with we self inside the APC. Now we self, they undermine we self. All of what they go on at the APC, and they talk them again. Now this flag bearer ship. All of what they go on today, now the flag bearer ship. You know what to make us say so? People and then now when a flag bearer, when they talk say, they say the part don't take side. The part don't endorse. The part don't support. The party with ex-candidate. So we serve, no group who serve. So then group in here, all over the area, but not a group in all that, you know, now for group for feds, what in the past say in the support. That is all. And me, don't tell them. But you see, make I tell you now one thing today. All them group here, whatever group, the NRM, the Big Six, the Samura Kamara, all them group here, and then all they come to me. They all they come to me.
If you want to lose weight, you need to see this new bedtime ritual that melts fat while you sleep. Deborah,
They're all they say, but if you hate me, Nabi go win. But I say, I'm not election. Let we go out and elect. So let me not make pretense about it. But when they come to me, they make so. When they go back, they go undermine the process. This is not the problem, not the APC. So today, when I say I'm not glad, I get mixed feelings, and because we sad that all of this they happen, and we they pretend, and we all they hide with finger. All man they hide behind the finger. He come out to me middle net. 10 a.m. He don't go hold meeting with him in group. He said this year alone no agree. But when net come, he did to me, oh. You know, so let us come out of it. It is about the party. So now some of them go tell you, say, the panel they pick me call again. The panel they see me again. Yes, I know they see you again. I know they pick you call again. Because I don't tire with this. Yes. I don't tire with this. It don't time for make we talk true to ourselves. It don't time for make we talk true to ourselves. So the APC no get problem. Not to the leadership they don't want. They say the leadership don't support. Now make they say the leadership for go. And if for go. But as I say, if we left see don't tell we go to court, the court say if for go, me I go come back, I can't appeal to una. Not because I want to continue. I don't tire. It don't time for make I retire as a statesman. It don't time for make I do other things. We go help the bad side of it. The good side is that that's not the good side. we don't make progress. I say we don't make progress because over 1 year, we go one get this convention, then take injunction, then stop it. After that injunction day, we don't get meetings and meetings and meetings. The lawyer, they don't meet, committee don't set, they don't review. Inside this hall, we don't come finalize this constitution. We don't say, let's move forward. We even don't agree, say, let's get an out of court settlement. As we take one step, people and they say, oh, no. When they want mix up, they say, no, not to the bar, not the Secretary General. When they go to, they say, no. Now the deputy leader. The deputy leader, you know, say the deputy leader, they fetch the bar now. You know, say the Secretary General don't declare. So all of these we don't go through. We don't sign MOU. We don't agree on that MOU. We don't agree, say, next week. Then lawyer them. We're not going to court. Then we're not going to withdraw them at here. What? That's not happened. The thing they prolong, no more they prolong. At the time of bill say we don't conclude, Mr. Conte come back, it starts all over again. I'm right. This is called democracy. You see, the democracy where you then at the receiving end, people and they celebrate, then they rejoice. We then at the receiving end. Today, we then at the receiving end. Because the things where they happen today, tomorrow, when you serve then a power, if we begin to do the things, you then at the receiving end, you will really know what it means. But you see, most of it, some people are not interested in what they happen. Some people say, because it is not me, and it is not me, my ultimate point. That's not the spirit of the party. So to me, the good news and what I'm happy about is that we don't reach today this stage where they can get a constitution. A constitution will go determine the way forward. And I hope that as we can get this constitution, we know they look about individuals, their role, individuals, their protection. We they look about the future of the party. The constitution is not about an Roman. I don't tell you, say, una like them or not, na go and they go. The constitution will not the positioner for make other flag bearers to get advantage. The constitution now for make we able manage yourself going forward. So I hope as candidates in the camp for address this constitution, then go look at it objectively. They don't go look at because oh, me candidates could be disadvantaged. Oh, me could be disadvantaged. And this constitution, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. Believe you me, when I read the court order, say 3 days, I say, why we need 3 days? The constitution, we don't know it up. If we don't come inside 1 day, 2, 3 issues, then they waste some time. We need clarification, or maybe a definition, or maybe consistency with the national constitution. That is all we need to address. We don't address them. The constitution not done. And I hope that this convention We register where the PPRC man don't talk say, we done with the submit and to them. But when we don't, there is a date where they will say this date, the constitution don't become effective. We go and say from that date, every week we go start with the other convention. We go start with the lower level conventions. We go to the constituency, to the district, to the region, and the national delegates and the flag bearer. We hope that at the end of the day, we will be able to pass resolutions. We will give a clear roadmap so that nobody will go backward and forward again. We know say once PPRC done, it's in the kicking. We don't want to be chairman. Now the ward, they go begin campaign. We don't want to be chairman.
Save a deposit, spend years in your job, invest in your education.
Now the district or the region or at national level, then go continue with the campaign. But let we do this as a party, we go hold way together. And because I feel say we get plenty time, the convention don't start today. We do tomorrow until Sunday. Here, let we use this moment to talk to ourselves. Let we use this moment for maybe we address the other issues where we need for address as a party. The need for make the party be together. You go find after Sunday, Monday, when we go out, the message is out there clear that the party is united. May the party unite. May the party come together. May the party we're not going to go join other party them and coalition if we're party not there together. But when we don't strengthen ourselves, we go drink day, we join other party them. For make we address the issues of this country. So me don't always insist, say the problem of this party, not all the SLP problem, no. Because all the problem they get, before the SLPP know what's in they happen. Now we don't go to the social media, begin the cost ourselves. Now we don't go to the social media, say this man, now this he don't do. Now we don't go to the social media, say the mayor, now so he don't do. Now we don't go to the social media, say this minister, trade, now this he don't do. And now that's when they work on. So this is not the moment for make we talk to ourselves. This is not the moment for make we know say, then Kabale awo they put any flag bearer get in group. Any group gets in group. All man don't come out now. The NRM, we not the NRM. I already said in the canvas for positions now. All man wants position. Eh? The big six. They say they want position. All man want position. Eh? Peter Conte, You know, declare it what he wants. But instead of getting your own position, he wants. Huh? So, all them people in there. Some smaller day, instead of one coming, instead of one's position. Not so. All them and then I need to bring the confusion at the party. So me, I want a symbolic representation at this meeting. I want one or two members of the NRM to come. One or two members of the Big Six. They're not talking about me. No, say they to me yesterday. Men are not making hypocrisy about this. When I can't see that now. I want the other flag bearer them. We not all members of the Big Six. But men can't see that now. Peter Conte, when I can't see that now. Sam Sumana, Amanda, when I can't see that now. When I come. Come, when I all day now, when I come. The Big Six, the other flag bearer, them win on it. Now the Big Six. The other flag, Samura Kamara, Bono Sidoyana, Bokantin up now. Where's some Sumana, man? Where would I come? Where would I catch up now? I wish we come prove. At the village, that they can't prove.
Tender lamb chops from Sainsbury's are now price matched to Aldi.
Adam. Siam. We don't get pizza conte. We don't get pizza conte. We don't get some Sumana in the group. We don't get the other flag bearer them. They're all there. The Big Six. The NRM. So they are una sidom, the delegates say una sidom. Una sidom. Una sidom. APC. You know what you make at the show now, all the money? All the problem here at this party, now they were responsible. Until now, when they see them, when I don't watch them, if after this convention, anything go wrong, believe you me self, I will lead a jihad. We will go against any other man. Because the party don't tire, no go so. When I don't tire, no go so. When I don't have problem again, no go so. Yeah, when I take all of this, and the party they tell us say we don't tire. Back when munku politics, no about this party. Now munku politics. We don't tire and we don't tire and we don't tire. Now I don't address anybody. Now munku politics. When I all agree say we will work together in the interest of the party, huh? Well, I can't join with a lot of picture. Until now, see we now. If after Sunday, any problem there at this party, believe you me, the party not go forgive you now. Anybody waiting at this picture, will I snap with? So until we all say we don't get peace, we don't get together, now we all sing APC in our one word. APC in our one word. Oh yeah. APC in our one word. 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 Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. May all man take your place. APC. Well, we don't see them. I don't talk about letting the they do when they to our advantage. We're going to talk about at a subsequent convention. This convention now for me to bring ourselves together. And with the hope and pray that this commitment will all don't make, God will put in blessing for them. So as a chairman and leader, I want to tell everybody plenty thank you. May God bless me all.
Welcome back, comrades of the APC. This is the UK and Ireland media platform. Today, the 18th of September 2021, the time now is sharp 8 o'clock from the UK. Well, we just watch the video of the keynote speech of the chairman and leader of the APC party. And it was lengthy and interesting. And before I come to the analysis of this particular speech, I want make my co-host, Wena Sweet Bonita, make it tell we how the platform they like and waiting in your reaction to what you don't see. So now this video. Sweet Bonita.
Well, the platform is going on well because people are literally like surprised because from what our chairman and leader has said. And again, it's good that he has to clarify things that people were saying, oh, he was not supposed to be there. It's like I was invited and there was a provision for that, which the same people that did everything has to make a provision for him to be there. But again, as I've said, it's like, it's an issue where he cannot vote, but he can't be there. So in the case of people making a comment, oh, he was going to do this, or he's not supposed to do this, I'm happy he clarified himself to say, I am here based on an invitation and I wasn't planning to come. And I hope on Monday, you're not going to take me back to court for just accepting somebody's invitation. And he's also following every protocols that he knows he doesn't want the party to be dragged into any delayance, because this is just going to hinder APC coming back to power. So again, he has shown us the people that are the troublemakers. So I think this is a lesson for all of us to learn. Like when you see those people, you got to be careful, because at the end of the day, they will go to him, say X, Y, and Z, they come back and say something completely different. So I think this is just something we have to educate ourselves on, what is right and what is the main thing for us to do as a party, and also that will bring Sierra Leone a sanity, because we can all see what's happening right now in Sierra Leone. That's not the Sierra Leone we all wish for, but we don't have a choice. Being in opposition, that's all you can do is look and make complaints. So we are grateful that he has clarified that to us. So whoever has their own speculation of he's not supposed to be there, he has clarified that he's supposed to be there because he was invited and there was a provision for that. So, but compared to the chat room, it's under control. Everybody's just like, people are having a laugh saying, well, it was fun, because after saying what he has to say, calling the people of the troublemakers, then I think everybody should know that this is something that he's ready to work with.
Head of the Congress, the National.
Right. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Now over to you, Dr. Vinod Fuller. You don't
thank you.
listen. Sorry?
Quiet.
Yes. You don't listen to the you don't watch the video, you don't listen to what the chairman and leader get for say. And what are you general what you capture, what are you highlights that you capture from this one?
Well, a lot of things, I capture a lot of things, and but the most significant thing for me, he ended up in speech asking God, will I put in blessings at this convention? For me, that symbolizes everything. It epitomizes everything. As a religious person, anything you do, if you put God first. And I'm pleased to hear that. But more importantly, the leader in words, the chairman and leader in words, it talk about symbolic representation, not this convention. And if I dissect, it in various facets. The symbolic representation, meaning when this constitution is finally adopted by tomorrow by God in power, then we get a new constitution. We move forward, the way forward for many party called a national convention. But first, we look at what we call lower level conventions after the ratification and also gazetting the constitution by the PPRC. Then we will get what we call a lower level convention. This is very crucial. Lower level conventions constituency conventions, district, regional, national, then we come to the flag bearership. So which means the party is moving forward. I don't want to forget to what him, Sweet Bonita don't say, because his presence there is legitimate, is valid, is based on the processes. He followed the due process of the law. So you not contravene as a lawyer, you not contravene, flout any rule so far. And you, as I say, there are evidence to attest to it. But the symbolic representation where this happen is the conventions, the party for move forward. But also, it talk about unity of the party, where it's very crucial. It coming together. It say, for borrow the words of the leader, that this is the time way we for bring the party, for bring ourselves together, for talk to one another. Simply for make we iron out with different system. And also the other thing where it talk, where it crucial, we for stop the sonko and the koskos quote. Sonko and the koskos na social media. And I 1,000,000% agree with the leader. It's got to stop. Not to social media go make the party win elections. Not to koskos or sonko go make the party win elections. We don't come overseas, as Nawal can agree with me. When I see the way and manner where the Labour Party in the UK in particular, and the Conservative Party, where they carry themselves, they conduct themselves. And I'll give you one example. I remember 5 years ago, or 10 years, nearly 7 years ago, Nawal can agree with me. I had a discussion with the former Prime Minister, David Cameron. He not Conservative, me not Labour. But because we get common understanding, he invited me to a platform, we discussed. We don't make sonko. So this is the way parties should operate. Within the party, we first stop the sonko, even your opponent, not to your enemy. Not talk less of you members of your party. And he cites a very important example. He said the problems and when they emanate and they cause the party for disunite, now the flag bearership. He touched on them and he evidenced them by inviting the members, them where don't position themselves as flag bearers. But he appealed to them that after this convention, after tomorrow, they expect everybody where don't buy or intend for buy as a flag bearer for make you talk to you cabal, stop for undermine the party, which is not good. Come together as a team, make we move forward. I think that is a very salient point. It is high time for make we put the differences aside. Let's put that into context or rather into perspective. It's only one person that will be a flag bearer or presumptive presidential candidate. You can't have everybody to be a presidential candidate. So the leader, the chairman and leader in statement, it makes sense. If we have nearly 30 members, we want to be flag bearers, it is practically impossible to get everybody to be a flag bearer. So why we not go put we egoistic, we ego, we self out, self-interest, and work towards the interests of the party. There are three things and way they in life. Your time don't pass. Your time no it. Your time don't come. So if your time don't pass, just like what the leader said he's tired, he wants to retire. That means when your time don't pass, go retire. That's what the leader is saying. But it should be done in a respectful way or respectable way. You cannot.
Dr. Fulala, just hold you there quickly.
Yes.
There's one thing we I want to make we look at here. So, you know, from the time we lost these elections, a lot of people in there say chairman and leader responsible for that because he go and pick one person among 28 people then. Okay. I'm not sure whether he addressed that issue there today because he give everybody, I think they give everybody in right to go aspire. Would I ever want for aspire? Would I ever want for go to court yesterday, right? And stuff like that. And not be ever stop any of them 28 people and they for country and for come say, men can declare themselves to them. Everybody getting wish, but people and still they blame them, say, na in choose Samura. But the way I see it talk today, like where some man they go under, they go, they go visit them on net, they go talk fine. Then we go to in supporters, they go talk, say, oh, the party endorse me, the party accept me, I mean the party candidate. Almost all 28 of them, they tell them supporters and say that them pardon endorse. All of a sudden, when they go pick the one person, when they fail to agree, now everybody, some of them, they put blame on him for saying that. You think say he addressed that issue today, or he just, flag him out?
Well, I feel say directly and indirectly address the issue and make us share a privileged conversation here. I've had a meeting with the leader about 2-3 months ago when I did Salon. Personally, I raised that same question, Mr. Wankasu, with the leader. And he told me he never promised anybody. He never promised anybody. And I say it with authority. He never promised anybody.
Because what I believe, if in the chairman and leader, I don't feel say he get the, personality for tell somebody say, oh, you no aspire, you wait, you come, you aspire, you aspire. At the end of the day, he left him doors open. Anybody who don't assess himself and feel say he's fit enough for aspire for become a flag bearer, can go ahead and do him. So what the skill where he use is that una go engage, una calm, una bring 1 or 2 people and see. Then after that, I understand say back, he be ask them for it and set up a criteria. And some people then frown at that criteria, they for say they have to exclude them. So eventually they scrap the criteria and allow everybody for come to the field and can play their own parts. Now eventually they're not able to agree and then they get the choice for they choose. So that really, I don't know if you get for those few words on that.
Well, that's the same story upon me intelligence report or investigation when I was in Freetown from high authorities. Yes, they gave them the opportunity for me to go choose somebody away for be the flag bearer. And they not reach a consensus. In the end, the leader has to do what he did. But that has gone past. That has gone past. We are looking forward now for the future. My point here is we have nearly 30 flag bearers. Not everybody go be a president, and only one person. Okay,
we are getting more people coming. We are getting, look, if you look at them now, everybody along there want to be flag bearer.
Well, that's the point that they say, where for validate the leader in point is, it not being promised anybody, now they get more people we want for aspire. We don't get problem, it's their democratic right to aspire. But we have to learn lessons from the past. We have to learn lessons from the past.
Have we learned that lesson? Because look at what's happened.
We haven't yet, because we have more people want to become president of Sierra Leone, and only one person then will become a president. So, and it come back to the point where you time no can it. If you time no can it, why you not go sit down? You left them for one Kosu, you left them for Sweet Bonita, or you left them for Vinod, or you left them for MMB. You get for not for allow with egoistic tendencies to for carry way away. In my view, the issue of this flag bearership is egotistical, it's egoism and personality here. I am sorry, I get my brothers in there where they're also interested, but I've told some of them, if you want to move the party forward, we get for sacrifice. Not everybody is a leader. In fact, in some situations, key makers are the leaders. You can be a key maker. You allow somebody for lead. When you allow the person for lead, the leader not necessarily not going to be the most clever, the most intelligent or rich person. Maybe that's one God anoint. Then you get good people, intelligent people behind them. We go support them for the success of the government or the party. And I think that will therefore retrospectively reflect on me brothers them, we divide or sisters, that look, let we listen to the leader in advice, fatherly advice at the convention yesterday. Let we go back to the drawing board and make we talk to each other, stop the cabalism, because that's what is causing the problem. And we resolve, we matters them in-house. I give a practical example during the Sheka Stephen and the SI Kuroma time. Before Doclin, the high tension issues were between Sheka Stephen and SI Kuroma were resolved amicably. So the party should be able to find resolutions within the house, within amongst ourselves. The issue of going to court is unprecedented.
Do you think the chairman and leader, you think so the chairman and leader embarrass the factions them, we line them up, it tell them say all the problem with the party gets, now then people are also responsible for that. You think say he expose them because he even talk say some of them they come to me na net when they go 10 o'clock in the morning, then go say XYZ for fets, so and so person because now the powder appoint. And he also, he sort of like expose them. I don't know what you feel. Do you think they expose them or they feel embarrassed by that?
Well, it depends on the angle where you come up from. Maybe if you're a member of those flag bearers, you go say, oh, my flag bearer or me leader has been exposed or what have you. In my view, we already talk, say, including myself, I've told him that the leader, a chairman and leader said, you have to say something. You've not been talking. We already blame the chairman and leader, say, they talk. Now he has spoken, and we therefore adhere to it. In my view, this is my view, my perspective, and often say he exposed them. I think for borrow the leader in words, he is tired of the hypocrisy, the sycophancy, the cabalism, and also the liberalism.
Yes. Sweet Bonita, you listen to what Dr. Fuller just say. The chairman and leader, they say nobody talk together. You think say you don't answer all the questions them way, people when they say, they talk, like come, like talk. If you say you don't answer all the people in the question today, by this what you see so?
No, I'm not gonna say it answer all of the questions, but it literally try to let we know what side is stand, the position where them put them into. Because, for example, one of his words he says, you will come to me at night, and in the morning you go and say to your people X, Y, and Z. So at the end of the day, he doesn't know what to say. And he doesn't want to be that childish saying, oh, but you went to me last night, but this is it. No, he has been professional at all time. So this is why people maybe might think, oh, he's biased, because he doesn't say nothing. You come, whatever you say to him, he'll listen to you. And again, he's an elder. We all say chairman and leader, so he has to behave as a leader. People wanted him to go on social media, shout. He doesn't do it. He's a man of integrity. He sit down, process the information before he even say anything. And I think this has gone to the point where for him to come out and call people by their names, he's like, you know what? I ain't keeping nobody's secret again because you people take all the blames and put it on me. And that means I'm looking as the bad person. And at first I did accept that, yes, I will be responsible for all the blames for everything. But at this point, it looks like I need to take myself out because I am not the problem. You people are the problem. And you need to accept that because I'm not taking anybody's blame again. This is literally what he has done to everyone. Because he called them by their name and it's like, come outside. Come outside. And it's like, all of these people are the trouble. So to be honest, he has literally told us like, I am not the problem. I was trying to protect people, but since they've put me throw me underneath the bus, I need to get them out. So I think people that were saying stuff behind the scene, now they'll be like, okay, he knew what he was doing. That's why he never say nothing. Because maybe he has advised them like, don't do this, do it that way. And then people still are not listening. So the only option was left was for him to do what he has done.
I think he showed some leadership quality, Dr. Fuller. What do you think about that? Some real leadership quality in this speech here. So, Dr.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely, he shows leadership quality, maturity, and more importantly, a leader with wisdom. He spoke with wisdom. And if anybody will learn lesson, I think we have to learn lesson from his speech. And you can see the body language and the whole itself. So my advice to all and sundry, including potential flag bearers, dear, let we sit back, go back to the drawing board. Let we stop this cabalism. Let we agree on one person. Believe you me, as the leader just mentioned, the togetherness is very important. The unity of the party is vital. The peace of the party is significant. So if we try with level best, put we egos there aside and allow one person for lead, come 2023, as leaders spoke maturely and professionally, by God's grace, victory is ours.
Okay. In mention certain I would say protagonists them or maybe factions. They talk about Samsumana. Let's talk briefly about Samsumana. It says Samsumana insef one cam. Listen to that. Samsumana insef one cam. You know, say Samsumana insef they are. Samsumana no dey na the hall. And technically, you know, deal with APC, but it says Samsumana self insef one cam and a want position. Here he say NRM they don't begin ask for position. The NRM they say they don't want position, they just want democracy. Now as democracy they can say they don't begin the all certain area, then they want position. He specifically call Alfred Conte, say Alfred Conte not declare it to for say whether he want position or not. You understand? But NRM they want position, all the flag bearer they want position, and they want position, and they want position. So some small one calm for can take position. What did that tell you?
Well, the leader make them very clear. And APC party, Nakumra party, will not stop anybody. You get your right for exercising democratic right, for take any position. But if you can read the language, the context, let's put it into context. It's a some smaller one camp, it's a one position. NRM, then say one position. Alfred Conte, then say one position. He's tired of positions and positions and positions and positions. If we put it into context. So what did the leader they say? It doesn't stop anybody making no join way. But the issue of fighting for positions, it fragmentize the party, it make the party no unite. Because everybody want position, nobody no want give up to anybody.
Okay.
So the issue is unity.
Yeah.
Allow one person for lead.
Sweet Bonita. Somebody don't come from nowhere. It don't can challenge the party. Now all of a sudden, they don't get a foot grip inside the party. Now, when the party is ready to make a decision, those people are recognized. Right? You think, say, oh, Kasu go come tomorrow and say, well, myself, because they don't recognize me for the past 10, 15 years. Myself, let make some Kalbante business, but like I'm saying, maybe say can make some kind of stuff. May the party recognize me. You think, say, anybody else will come back tomorrow and can begin behave like how Alfred Peter Conte behave, or like how the NRM them behave. Now they sit on an item so. Because politics is about recognition. Now they don't recognize me, even though we didn't also me and Dr. Fuller, we work for the party, we make we sacrifices them, including yourself. we probably are not recognized. But here is somebody that's actually challenged the party. You know, in the case of NRM, they split into two factions. They fight each other after some time. Now they're all there on the high table. They've been recognized. So would anybody come up tomorrow and say, yes, myself, I go for make some kind style we will make, you know, myself, they recognize me? What do you think?
Well, honestly, I'm sure people will be thinking about that, but again, I don't want to jump the gun because, to be honest, based on this adoption and constitutional thing they're doing, it will not repeat itself again. That's a promise, because everything have been brought to light, because there have been, how would I say, there have been some loopholes for people to literally come out. For example, the person that did the petitions, it's not even a paid up member. So tell me, who are you to just come and make excuse or just come and bring something up because it's fit
as
you?
As it is alleged, Sweet Bonita, as it is alleged, we can't prove it yet.
Okay, all right, Doc, I take it back. I take it back. But
now legal minded man, you share the panel with. So we go for correct you.
no,
You will not
no,
sit there
you
and
know, I
listen to
don't
that.
have my document with me, so I'm not gonna like literally go back and forth on that. But that is the truth of it. And again, as I'm saying, after this constitution has been adopted, believe me, such a stuff will not repeat itself because there will be no rooms for that.
All right.
That's a promise I will guarantee anyone. It will not happen.
So, Dr. Fuller, look, the chairman and leaders say he accepts responsibility because he did look at the bigger picture. That is why he accepted a responsibility and make an apology publicly for let everybody forget everything. And then, you know, because of the interest of the party. Now that message that they have put across to them people there. So basically, he lined them up and tell them, say, but look, why all not look at the bigger picture? Why do you have to go to court? Why not court therefore can't tell me, you know, what you for can say now, what you for can do now? Why go to court? You know, I think he hammered that home very, very well. What do you think?
I agree. He hammered him, but there's something also symbolic what he say. If you can't force me for commot because of court order, I think that point is very crucial when the leader mentioned. Exactly. A legal point mentioned. He say, if you force me to get out of power because of court order, me say go to court. You understand? I can't seek redress to me people.
I can see that.
Yes, they make us within the happy. So you see, we got to be very careful. Not to quote Naingo, call party to order or call convention. And that is why I said this now a precedent that don't set within the judiciary and the country. Because then the leader also hop on that. So for example, if APC can have power tomorrow, the same thing can happen. It will be a vice versa because there's a jurisprudence, there's a case law where anybody go use, say, okay, I did that to the APC, why not do it to this party? So that is why we have to be very careful.
And I tell you what,
legal, let me just establish this point. So legal settlement in a party, particularly conventions, and the leader say, is not the right thing to do. I make it line them up, including Alfred Peter Conte, whether in rep or in data, I don't know because I couldn't see him. He lined them up to say, this has got to stop. The legal wrangling, the lawsuits, and this and that after Sunday, now we all put with differences aside and move forward. And Owen Kasu, I 1,000,000% agree with the leader with that. They have to stop the lawsuit and come to the drawing board, the table, and agree to resolve our problems then where they say, watch your dirty lilies, at home within ourselves. So make we move forward.
And I believe
that's the message.
And I believe the people are with the go to courts, then they fail to realize something. I was there in Port Loco when this APC party, all the regional chairmen, all the youth wing, all the women's wing, all the constituency level chairmen, and everybody came to that hall and spoke and endorsed Dr. Ernest Baikoroma as the chairman and leader for life. There is a document to effect to that. We spent 3 days in Port Loko. If we look at them from a legal perspective, that man, they take that document, they carry and go to court. They tell them, say, well, until now, one kick me out. Would I sign this? Would I then signature in this? This, I think, say, the man look at all of this and think, say, we don't need to go to court. Because when I go to court, myself get me on evidence now. So for say, you made me a chairman and leader. So I'm not going to expiry time. Now like a paramount chief. We don't know you till death. And that's what they do. All the paramount chief, they endorse that. All the regions then. With all the stakeholders then, the party, the whole party from NAC Tekando. You see, including, the vice president at the time, Victor Fo, was there. He received that letter. It was properly done. It was an historical day. I was there. So if something like this they happen, that man, they keep that document there. Even bother for challenger man, go inside. He decide for say, I don't tire, I want go. When I stop this, no business. I want go. We go for hand over the party to the young people there. I believe say, if them people also been come with that respect, say, well, pa, we serve a young man there, we serve the whole small, we go with chancellor, we serve with, I believe say, them be done ready for hand over this party, and at that process, they need to go pan. So let no NRM or no Peter Conte or anybody not take glory for that. The party knew that this party was going to be handed over to the young people. And I remember 2018 election, the final, I think it was 2012 elections. Yes, 2012 elections. The final day, I think, in the stadium. Dr. Ernest Baikoroma said to me that in the give in life to the young people in Sierra Leone, meaning powers they be transferred over to the young people then. And in make that commitment day, from that day, we begin to see young people that they come, that they take position them inside APC. Till to the point where it give Cherry Coco the running mates. As soon as I read Cherry Coco in name, I reflect straight to waiting it say in a stadium that it is giving life to the young people in Sierra Leone. And when you look at most of the position them now, we say many of them are young people. Now the national secretariat number you see 1 or 2 guys them, and those people are custodians of the party. They're custodians, sort of, I would say that. They get historical knowledge, institutional knowledge, and background, and they want to maintain the party ideology and in values there. So I believe say them people and they deserve for days somewhere, who say them for be respected by the young people, and then we guide the party in train who say is supposed to go. You see, so what do you think?
Well, the leader also reiterated that yesterday in his speech. He said, let's make way for young people, but not just young people, for new people to come on board.
Yeah.
Because nobody's an island. Don't get me wrong. The party for allow, if for expand, if for embrace people with brains, with various leadership styles, and also with various qualities them for can help the party. What they see is that some people say, okay, Owan Kosu is smart, Owan Kosu is this, we should give room, but some people may not want it to be there. And that's the problem we're having within the party. It's like they talk about cabal. We have to stop the cabalism and open up the party to young people and people we get potentials them, we get brains them, we get skills them, we're able to help the party. You can be a teacher, you can be a social media activist, you can sabi talk, you get money. Everybody is important at the party. But we have to open up. I think that message I get from the leader. Let's open up and stop that closure.
Yeah.
Open up the party and allow people with different abilities, them aptitude, them for me, then come help move the party forward. And he also retweeted that yesterday, and I also supported the leader and will continue to support in that approach.
Okay, I'll go over to we co-host Sweet Bonita. May give you a rundown of what's in the app on the social media platform. Sweet Bonita, please.
Well, the platform is going on well. It's just people saying, well, they were happy at least everything has been said in front of everyone, because this is not a hidden secret anymore. And again, with the speculations, people were saying there were fights, there were issues, bad thing going on in McCainy. It's not true. And people are posting pictures of the peacefulness within this, with the thing that is going on in McCainy right now. So, but to be honest, the chat room is going on well, and somebody asked that he wanted to ask a question, which I've said, what's the question? But up to now, there have been no questions. So it's just the platform is a bit it's a bit quiet right now, as I can see, but
Okay.
nothing bad is going on. Yeah.
Maybe the question has already been answered. So they're just going with the flow. Well, one last thing I want to talk about here before we go to the next segment. Now that the former president, Dr. Nkrumah, mentioned something towards the end of his speech for say, what in the government they do today where they work to their own advantage, we need to talk about that right now. Listen about what in they affect we and then we unite. Hold on, unite. The next convention, we begin talk about what in the government they do. So you think say there is something coming when APC would do in next convention where Dr. Nkrumah will hand over power to this SLPP government of Madabio. When time come for talk, you go when you church and team up on a street and podium and talk. And the talk with people, I believe say there's more to come. You think say you get some weapon the way keep?
Well, I believe, besides Dr. Nkrumah, I believe say when we don't legitimize the party, in particular by adopting the constitution, then go to convention, we get proper legitimate executive. I bet you, Mr. Kamara, that is the time the party is ready to not only campaign, but challenge the governing party on some of the loopholes and the misadministration and also the problems that we face within the country itself. Because by that time, we'll get a legitimate leader, legitimate executive, we'll get a flag bearer. The purpose of a legitimate flag bearer, you are there to steer the ship, guide the people then, and articulate for the interest of the people and behalf of the people. Well, because now the party is united, everybody wants to be a leader. That is the problem. That is why nobody wants to take responsibilities. For example, on policy statements, on legal issues, on policy matters, where if we have a flag bearer, we're legitimate, he should be there to challenge those policies, bring in alternative policies for the party. Okay, you talk about free education. This is my approach. This is how I am going to do it when we come to governance. You talk about agriculture. This is how I'm going to put that into perspective. So you challenge the government with your own policies and how they implement them, how they fund them. But for now, we haven't got a legitimate executive. Now that's the leader they say. Once we get a legitimate executive, bam, move forward, then we can challenge the present government and it will help for make it put them on their toes for to bring in better things and improve the conditions of the people in the country.
Generally, what is your optimism in terms of APC coming back to power 2023?
If APC, I have to be very honest with you, I was apprehensive with regards to the fragmentation of the party. But after the leader in speech yesterday about unity, and I see the welcome ceremony of the members, over nearly 200,000 people then, I am very, very optimistic that if we put with differences aside, the flag bearers, them, everybody can work together as a team, as the president, as the leader just mentioned, then we have 100% chances of winning the next election. Once there is peace, once there's unity. Don't forget, unity is strength. If we work as a team, then we can succeed. If we don't, I'm afraid I'll put a pot on that.
You said unity.
Yes.
That's very key.
Yes.
At the moment, however, we have an issue with unity because one of the protagonists, one of the people, whether the man we actually put APC in a court, no go na Makeni for this convention. And do you have any speculations that's, unity not actually come yet finally?
Unity is coming. As per the context, as I understand it, as it's alleged, they say Inogo Makeni. Well, I will be shocked for they say Inogo Makeni, because you as the plaintiff, you can go the party in a court. You want this convention for happen, and you don't get a court order for make the convention take place, and it's happening now. For you not to go and you give flimsy excuses, I am sorry to say, for me, whole water is cowardice. Because if you have any issues, because listen to your audio, interview now 106 Mount Orel Radio, that according to him, not everybody was elected to the convention. But Alfred failed to realize, say, there was no provision in the court order for making allow a rerun in the 7 constituency system. There was no provision made. And time was not on our side.
Okay.
For him to use that to say Naimi Kinogo Makeni, for me, it is not tenable. It is not acceptable. If you have issues, go there, make a representation, and you can raise it on the floor. The opportunity is there. So if they say go, then I know absolutely appreciate that as a leader, you will believe you want to bring unity for the party if you want unity within the party itself. But let that notwithstanding, he alone cannot make UNO unite. If Alfred don't take the party to court, we don't get a lawsuit. We are going by the lawsuit itself and the implement within the court order say, I believe after tomorrow, then Gesetam, the party is going to move forward because the next stage is lower conventions, constituency conventions, district conventions, national delegate conference. Then we get a flag bearership. Once we don't get legitimate executive, we're going to move forward. He cannot put us or derail the process any longer.
For the benefit of the viewers, make we just listen few words of what Alfred Peter Conte say and look at critically.
Okay.
2 things happen. If all my comrades have all been represented, the full APC package in the Makeni, yes, there's a possibility. Afodede, you understand? Now I make a camp. I left America for Kenya. The elections, the way they're not conduct, not to say I had to. Now one day it'll take. If they say them run into confusion, now one day it'll take for correct them. So we write them, would give a notice, say please conduct elections at the other constituency.
Okay,
this not
they reach out to them, say, hey, we'll not do this here too.
Oh yes.
Before the convention.
Before the convention, we tell them one thing with the party, where to get, then they're very dismissive. Then they look something, then decide, say, it's in, we'll not do this, and you can wonder why, you know what I mean? So we've been warned them, my representative then at the 21-man committee, warned them, and we to understand the Big Six, the group will be represent the Big Six, also raise alarm, and even amongst some of them from the APC, including the chairman of the 21-man committee, himself raise alarm, say we'll go and do a rerun. But guess what? They were all remote controlled, so then tell them, say nothing. I want to let people understand also, the 21-man committee where they set up, then tell the APC party, say, we're bring in 9 people, 9. Out of the 9 where the APC come up with, then put 2 lawyers. Okay? So he left 7. Sierra Leone gets 16 districts. You understand? Out of the 7 we left, then decide for take 1 district. Okay, let's go by region first. Then take the southeastern region out of 7. Then give them 3 representatives, that is southeastern region. Then come to the northwestern region. Then give 2 representatives. Then come to the western region. Then give 3 representatives. You understand? So you look and say, okay, what's in the way they do? What's in the rationale behind this? You understand? In the southeastern region, then put the very CDI attorneys who represent the South, take on the one old South, right? Then the eastern region, then bring in Diana Konomani and Karmo Kaba. Both of them come on 1 district, when a Kono district. So out of the 16 districts, they may not plan this thing. Then put 2 people from Kono district. And the district will suffer the most out of these basic elections where they for conduct. Now the Kono district, 4 constituencies, they not allow them for participate. You understand? So it was pre-planned. So they go there, they go create this. And by Mahmoud, in your district, you look and say, you're not popular, they not able to win nothing. Any election and do the loss. So they go to that Mambolo area, they go create confusion. So what we see is it was planned. You understand? They look and say, power don't go to the people. With the lose grounds, we not conduct any more elections. Then take them say, we don't care what the judge do. We don't care what the court say. We would do what we want. So that happen. So they not really conduct those elections. Then come with this plan before even we go in. I make them bring in Diana Konomani, then bring in Karmo Kaba, 2 people from 1 district out of 16 districts. In fact, the entire northern province was left out because Elizabeth Mans is from Lunsar, you know what I mean, which is Putloko district. So the entire northern province left out. We're talking of Bombali, Tonkolili, Koinadugu, Falaba, even you go say Karine. You know, I think Karine, because it touched half of the north and in the other, you know, and the northwest. So you look at what happened, you say, why? You know, you left an entire district just so you go put people in, we go create confusion and do it in Komotsu. So based on that, Nita can say APC now we all. I want to let the people of Kono, the people of Mambolo, Kambia district, the people of Bo district, no say, are they with them? I stand in solidarity. People feel say, I not go because I'm afraid or waiting. No. I was given task to perform in the convention. I was given my name in the agenda, you know, for head committee, for sit down at the high table.
Also, sorry, as we speak now, you don't communicate to them, say, from when the thing don't start saying, you don't go for day because of them things there.
Oh, yes, I made my points clear. That's me no go daddy. And not only me, the power of attorney, not go daddy. You understand? So we decide not for Godi. And now the other thing also, we don't want to go legitimize something we're not legitimate. You understand? Waiting to happen to McKinney is not legitimate. They don't follow the court orders.
So CDI will be anything way will be effective, will like go make the party go before.
No, we don't listen. I see Sweet Bonita, they shaking head waiting. Alfred Peter Conte, they talk about so they accuse, they levy some, you know, accusation at certain people by Mahmoud, or they talk say this was a premeditated thing for spoil because some district and they would not get a chance. And you know, I don't know whose rationale we APC use for choose the people them, but in seem for describe them as something we're not premeditated thing for create problems. So what's the reaction to you?
Well, to be honest, it's like, you know, they said when somebody has a failed battle, they'll find excuse in all possible means. You have taken the party to court. And at the 11th hour, you cannot make yourself available based on what you say, because the PPRC are there. They are members of the court that are there. If they knew it wasn't legit, they will not waste their time to go there. The party has followed due process. And you know, it's like what people are even saying from the chat line is he scared? Maybe he just says, I'm in Sierra Leone, but not for him to participate in this particular adoption. He was not planning to do that, absolutely. Because the whole point is, he said, no, 3 people were from there. But if you said there was a chaos in the place, even in normal elections, you'll see they will cancel it. And this is not something that is in the favor of the party to be waiting till the end, because people are finding ways just to drag the party back. And the party is trying to move forward. It's less than 2 years to election. People thinking, is that at first you guys were saying, no, the chairman leader is looking at the bigger picture. And this is what the party also is looking at, a bigger picture, because if they decide to go back and forth, this will never be sorted out till after 2023. And that's not what the party wants to be part of it. So it looks like the man is not ready. He has just made all his claims and stuff. And now at the 11th hour, he's like, oh, I'm not coming. You knew you had functions to play, but maybe without you think it will not go ahead. It will go ahead. It's just that when before there were cases, he's supposed to appear in court, he's not there. So they have to adjourn the case. This is why we're where we are today. Because some of us traveled before 3 months. I was in Africa waiting for this. It was being dragged because he was never available. So tell me, he's not ready to move on. And he can't hold the party to ransom. This is a single person. They've respected him, given him the platform to do whatever he wants to do. I think by now the party knows what is best for them and for everyone. This is why they're going ahead, because all his excuse, what he's saying, it doesn't make sense, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Dr. Fuller, you think say there's another court case coming? Alfred Peter Conte from waiting, he say no appear like he happy with the party, and he say there's a specific order from courts in which the party don't follow. There's subsequent audios that we did announce right now. We follow on from this, you know, actual just pull. So what do you think from what you just listened to? If you unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, sorry. Just like your co-host mentioned, the party took the due process, due diligence, and due care. And is manifested, is proven, is demonstrated by the presence of the chairman of the PPRC. We not contest the due process itself. Alfred Conte, I've had a discussion with him one-to-one. I will not initiate a meeting with him about a month, 2 months ago with my group, where he was dishonest, he was disingenuous. He made a disingenuous representation of me in particular. So in my view, is a man who they cry victim all the time. He cries victim, and he use other things and other people for fine excuses. He cannot convince anybody why you're not in my Kenya. I was listening to his speech the second time. He said, I don't go there, I don't tell them. Why you not go there? You haven't given any legitimate reasons. And you talk about legitimacy. You have not given any valid, legitimate grounds why you're not there. And you defeated your argument by saying, oh yes, they gave me a task. For goodness sake, they gave you a task. If you're responsible, why don't you go there and use the platform, the opportunity to express what you want to express? That is the right platform to do.
What about in the case wherein Alfred Peter Conte they speak for the people of Konowe? They say Mambulu, Kono, and some parts of Bo say its constituency in total out of 134, if I not make any mistake, or 132. The 8th constituency then they are not represented. What is the party explanation to that? And is that legitimate for making them go ahead?
Yes, I will not make any statement about that. Yes, it's legitimate because according to the party processes, one, Alfred Conte, in a defeat in argument, let's go back to a lawyer for always ask him. One, the order not make any rerun of those 7 constituents. I think there are 7 that have been disrupted. They don't make any provision for a rerun. So if there is no provision, the timeline given for the party is between, I think it's about 2 weeks before end the 31st of August to finish all the elections. So there is no provision, that's number 1. Number 2, the party gets a process. If there is no provision, there are automatic candidates according to the party constitution who get automatic rights to the delegate conference, and they are covered. So it's legitimate, and they are in the minority. But what are they say? These people, according to the constitution, get automatic rights to the convention, and they were chosen, and they are there. So the man not get any valid, legitimate argument or point for not being there, because he don't defeat himself, and more importantly, he's a disruptive guy. If he wants the interest of the Kono people, he wants the interest of the Bambali people, the South, the East, and the West. Make your presence felt. Go and express yourself. Make your presence felt in the convention. That is the right platform for you to have articulate your views on behalf of these people you are talking about, and not sit 200 miles away from the convention, pretending to be that you are expressing the interests of the people. I am not really impressed.
Okay, so now all no say every good thing must come to an end. They can close this conversation, hopefully for carry on with them tomorrow. But Sweet Bonita, co-host, please look the forum and look the platform and tell we waiting they go on there. Any contributions? Unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself.
Mostly what's happening before the questions, I'm coming to read them. I've already answered them. Because again, everybody is just saying, if he really wanted to make an issue, he should have been in McKinney. So he's just wasting people's time, not turning up. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Because here, Yamata says, Richard Conte is not serious at all. Because at the end of the day, if you want to fight, you need to be in it.
Thank you can't be young and then you fight. Point.
And then we have here from Hassan, it says Afro-P Conte does not have to be in McKinney for representation. The PPRC are there to attend. That's good enough, because again, we've all said it. If it wasn't legitimate, the PPRC would not waste their time to turn up there. So what's it talking about? And again, regarding the elections, there was not provisions for that. So what do you want people to work on? And this is at the 11th hour. Because at the 31st of August, this is September. Within 3 weeks. And it costs money to organize such an event. So does it think people just wasting time? It's not there. And then I have here, I got to say, thank you, Dr. Fuller. And we have here Rory saying, oh, thank you guys, well done. It looks like, as I've said, before people ask their questions, we've already answered them. And everybody's hoping to see us again tomorrow. That's what it is. But to be honest, it's like they said, this guy has not planned.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, APC has followed the rules and regulations of the court. There's nothing they've done outside that. And I think with the help of the PPRC being there, we can see that, yes, they are on the right track, because they were there. In case there was anything, they would have stopped. They says, no. This is not what we signed for. This is not what we agreed on. And we can see that that's not the case.
Well, I still believe that this is still open to debate, depending on who that sit on the panel. But we will come to that when that time they reach. And then the party in your own explanation is this. They had a direct order from courts to conduct these elections within a specific period of time. They actually went all over the country, planned all these delegate elections. They executed it right across the country, except where Alfred Conte mentioned that there were some few skirmishes and some people who are members of a different political party wanted to come and vote in an APC election, and they stopped them. So because they could not continue with that process, they have to go to places because it's a team that moved from one place to the other. And they have a scheduled time. Once this place is done, they go back to the next place and complete those elections. So by the time they finish, the deadline is there. So they could not go beyond the deadline because it's within a period of time, a specific deadline. So now they have to go back to court and tell the court, well, now the elections are not done, but it only for 7 constituencies they were complete because there were issues. By the time they go to court, courts don't go holiday. Courts don't close and don't go holiday. Judges don't pack in bundle, they don't go England, for your own vacation. So right now, courts close. So what the party will do in this case, they go ahead and do what they get for do. When courts open, they will come back and can ask, well, that's also be left pass will be you. So the whole thing is open to debate. But however, the party was wise enough to bring the secretary generals of the constituencies that were sort of, quotes, disenfranchised. Okay, disenfranchised or whatever it is. Those people were brought in as delegates. I think they're 1 each, secretary generals, where they can, represent their own constituencies. So in this case, we still feel say this topic is something where 1 or 2 people and still therefore can throw more light into them. We will look forward to that in the coming weeks. But we're here tomorrow again with the exclusive Sundays that we can do. Myself and the co-hosts, Sweet Bonita. And don't forget, we get for go Manchester on the 25th of September. A wonderful barbecue that take place there. The Manchester chairman invites every APCN, now the diaspora for Canada Manchester. It gets goodies then for we probably this platform will be able to share them live, for view them live or cover them all the way. Dr. Fuller, just want to give you a few more words where you go wrap up for we, and then we go tell the audience that thank you for the participation with the make on this very show today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamara and Madam Sweet Bonita for inviting me. It is a singular honor and privilege to be here. But APC business, now we own business. It's everybody's business. And for me, I just appeal to all and sundry, to all comrades, to all my brothers and sisters, both in Sierra Leone and the diaspora, that now we listen to the chairman and leader in advice as he articulated his views yesterday, that it is a symbolic representation. It's a symbolic convention in the sense that it's time to move the party forward. It's time for we talk amongst ourselves, discuss, resolve, find resolutions to every problem within the party. It's time to bring unity and peace in the party itself. We will follow we colleagues then when are flag bearers, we stop the cabal, we stop the sonko, we not advertise ourselves on social media. Any small thing pass we go on social media, we go prove saying that they will go resolve with party affairs. No. Now we learn for wash with dirty lilies there at home, just like aside the case of late President Stephen and Sheikha Stephen and S.I. Kuruma. So Duya, Alfred Conte, we get the same name, Alfred. Mitoma, me I appeal to you directly. If you get the interest of the party, me I hold you foot. Don't think about another lawsuit. If you get the interest of the party within us, we are the members. Our interest is for the party win next elections. And how? is not to go to court again. I have the right to go to court, but I have the interest of the party. Not to say we not agree, but there are people who are aggrieved. But it is for the interest of the party. You get for swallow, you pride and allow people them for make them come together, for make the party move forward. It's very, very vital. So media appeal to both Alfred, the NRM, the Big Six, the flag bearers. Now we listen to the fatherly advice of the chairman and leader we bring the party together by bringing unity, by uniting and choosing one person with one word and adopt the constitution, go to the lower level conventions, district, constituency, regional, national, and up to the time they choose the flag bearer with peace and harmony and tranquility. If we do that, then we will win the next election without any problem, without any headache. I thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you very much. That was Dr. Alfred Vinod Fuller. On behalf of the leadership of the APC UK and Ireland, Chairman Mustafa Hamid Kurma, the executive, secretariat, and on behalf of the media team, we want to tell you thank you for the time you take for can share this platform with we and you thoughts them with we on this particular second day in the convention. We hope to get you again another day. We will come on this platform again for can talk about other issues then. And then thank you very much. And we say tata to you and over to my co-host for say a few words. And if any updates there, we forgive you, and then we call it today.
Oh, yes, there is update. The chat room is hot right now, trust me. Israel just wrote, it says, well, thank you to Dr. Fuller. It says, if Peter Conte didn't, he should not waste people's time because he's talking about election that did not take place. And then they'll just refer him to 1991 Constitution. There was a referendum in Pujum, there was a fight. So no vote was counted. And at the end of the day, the person still won 75%. So where is it coming from? If there is a fight, people have to go on with their life because you can't be coming back says, I need to go over and over and over this. For example, we had the Godrich between Caddy Davis and then SLPP. We went 3 times. She won 3 times. So it's like a waste of time. So I think this is what APC have just looked at. The people will come in. If you guys are fighting, we know who to turn up. They will be there. That's just what it was. So at the end of the day, it looks like Mr. Conte needs to go and do his homework. Maybe Antonio did not advise him appropriately because this one, he's not winning it at all. And everybody's saying great work, Richard Conte, and his lawyer should go and read properly about Sierra Leone law before start coming to waste people's time because they are just wasting people's time. They are dragging people backwards. And everybody say thank you to Doc for everything. And hopefully there's one also from Hassan saying, well, if Alfred takes any lawsuit against APC, he loses, he should make to pay the party a huge compensation. So I think that's the route we need to take now because some of us will spend a lot and we need to get back some money out. So he needs to be paying us because this is getting out of hands, honestly.
Trust me.
But that's it really. The chat line is just about him, people going back and forth saying he hasn't read the Constitution. He's just making up his story. But again, I don't want to blame him entirely because if you say he has a lawyer, he or she must have done a research first of all before taking certain cases and then pursuing certain avenue when you know you are not going to win. But again, that's raising best nose to him and the lawyer.
Exactly. Some lawyers take instructions from their clients. So basically, they need to advise the clients, honestly, what's happen. Then they ask the clients, are you satisfied or you're not? If you want me to continue to represent you, I can go ahead and represent you. I'll take instructions from you. You pay me. So lawyers then they look for the case system for letting go whilst they get paid. So the lawyer will just don't do the watch it till they happen and they wait for Alfred Conte for instructor and say, Paddy, I'm not happy, so not go back in the court, not go fix this case here. So the lawyer get paid, you see? So this is how the game plays. But anyway, it's been a very thrilling one, a very interesting, nice, a very good day. So yes, Bonita, another one.
It's just one more. What you've just said. Israel said, well, the lawyers build their houses on the back of the fools. So.
Dr. Fuller, that's who we talk.
Well, it's my own opinion, but I don't tend to agree with that. As a lawyer myself. you have exceptional lawyers, so everybody different anyway. So that's my opinion.
Some come with some moral high standing, isn't it?
And then I think the last one before I go, Mr. Denkin said, well, it looks like he's fighting a personal fight. This is not for anyone, it's just for himself. You know, this one has nothing to do with it.
Exactly. Okay. It's been interesting. It's been interesting. You know, we want to say thanks to these commentaries that's coming up. You know, we wish we could extend this time, you know, we wish we can go on for another hour and stuff like that, you know, but we've been restricted, you know, the technical team is there. They've been working very, very hard to put this together. And, you know, we need to let them go and rest, you see. But anyway, we're here tomorrow. We still can choose whatever topic we can choose and carry on with this, you know, it's very, very good. And I think we hope soon are going for January again tomorrow, and let me see how far we could go with this kind of discussion. And thanks once again, Dr. Fuller. We hope for you know, let you join me another time. And thanks to all the viewers, them, the commentaries, them from Israel Papa, Ajamata, them, and you know,
Agatha, Azama, Israel,
Hassan, yes,
Mariama,
exactly. Yeah,
so many. Abbas, Mamadou.
Exactly, fantastic.
Edwin, so many. Alusine.
Right.
Sia, all of them, so many people, so many people. I'm so sorry if I'm not able to call your name, but we have you at heart. And you guys know the chat line is hot. So please don't take it personal. We love you guys. And we hope you have a wonderful evening.
Next time you go calling him. Tomorrow, tomorrow. Yes, you go calling him.
Okay, I'll leave you now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. Good night.
Thank God that my life, see me, everybody control your stress, hey, backstage, hey, social media, a mess, I'm free, they nevertheless, got they no more, to la crap, you go meet me, yo, I no more, to Rikishi, you go meet me, yo, if you say that you want confused, I they have with me, yo, but it's not so you want when get stressed, now my side and my skin, come when man don't come out the wall, see if you get that nice, you are feeling what I'm feeling. If you didn't stop that nice, are you feeling what I'm feeling? See, I'm looking nice, you're feeling me, I'm feeling you don't want no stress, you don't want no stress, you don't want no stress, no stress. You don't want no stress, you don't want no stress, you don't want no stress, you don't want no stress. Thank God that my life, yeah. See me, everybody control your stress, hey, backstage, hey, social media, a mess, I'm free, they nevertheless, can't they no more, to la crap, you meet me, yo, I no more, to Rikishi, you meet me, yo, if you say that you want confused, I they have with me, yo, but it's not so you want when get stressed, now my side and my skin, but when man don't come out the wall, say backless. See if you get that nice, you are feeling what I'm feeling. If you didn't stop that nice, are you feeling what I'm feeling? See, I'm looking nice, you're feeling me, I'm feeling you don't want no stress, you don't want no stress, you don't want no stress, no stress, you don't want no stress, you don't want no stress, you don't want no
All right. We say all good things must come to an end. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is the APC UK and Ireland media platform and the hub for the diaspora. We speak for the APC, and we want to say thank you to all the viewers them from Freetown, Sierra Leone, and the diaspora, and all the members them that the APC UK and Ireland with join we. And hopefully tomorrow we are here again, tomorrow same time from 7 o'clock. We'll continue the discussions then. So to Miss Sweet Bonita, thank you very much for sharing this platform with us. And we say tata for now till we see you again tomorrow.